Today's adventure begins with a little follow-up to Adam's Celebration of Life that took place yesterday. David Adam Williams, Adam the Woo. As of the recording of this, it is Monday, March 9th, 2026. My car is sporting an appropriate Big the Foot, and we're going to head over and do a little discussion about yesterday's Celebration of Life for Adam the Woo. Welcome, everyone. Ed from Your Adventure Compass, not Adam the Woo. And I just thought that this would be an appropriate way to start this video. You know, Adam was a huge inspiration to a lot of YouTubers, including myself. I have been doing this channel since 2019, but I've been watching Adam the Woo since 2017. He and several other YouTubers, many of which spoke at the Celebration of Life yesterday, also inspired me to start my channel, to kind of put out these places that we go to, these things that we do, these events, unique places that others may not have the chance to see. And I just enjoy creating something that I can put out there for others to experience. The Big the Foot that is hanging in my car right now is not an air freshener, though it looks like one. It is not. This is 3D printed. I actually created this file, and I shared it in one of the groups online for Adam. This was created a few days after he passed. And if you guys would like one of these, I am not selling them. I am not selling any Adam the Woo merchandise. I am only offering this item. If you guys want one of these, you can do one of two options. If you have a 3D printer that does multicolor, because this is a 2-color print. If you have a 3D printer that does multicolor, I will put the link to this in the show description, and it is completely free. You can download it and print it out yourself. If you don't have access to a 3D printer or you're not multicolor and you would still like one, I will mail you one. However, I do have to charge you for shipping and I have to get your address. So I was trying to figure out how to do that because I don't have a PO box. And I came up with something that works out, I think, well for everybody. I now have a feature on my channel called Buy Me a Coffee. And you can leave a $3 donation, which will allow me to cover the postage as well as the mailer to get that out to you guys. And I have about, I think, 30 of these printed. So if you'd like one, feel free to buy me a coffee. And what you're going to do is you're going to send a private message. I'll put a quick image up on the screen so you can see that right now. When you do that, you're going to make the message private. I will put a picture up on the screen right now so you guys can see that. So be sure you click on private message and put your address in there. You can also send me a message if you'd like, you know, whatever you want is fine. And that will tell me where to mail your Big the Foot. I should also point out that I can't get stuck in the trap of mailing out hundreds and hundreds of these. After I get past the 30 mark, I will close out the Buy Me a Coffee feature. It'll be paused for a week or two just to eliminate that. It'll open back up for anybody who'd like to donate for my videos. That's always welcome. I appreciate that. Hope you guys enjoy the content that I create. And today we're going to take a little drive over to a spot that's near my home. Adam liked to walk around the lake in Celebration and do his walks and talks. And I also have a lake right by my house. Unfortunately, it hasn't been warm in a long time. It's been a long time since we've had a nice day like this. It's 70 degrees today, and it is gorgeous. And I'm going to enjoy it, and I'm going to take you guys along with me. That's also the reason I haven't been putting out videos lately. The cold really does me in. I'm not a big fan of cold weather. I know I live here in Michigan, right? That may change in a few years, hopefully, but we went 60 days this winter, 60 days where it never got above freezing. That's the longest cold spell I can think of in many, many years, and it was miserable, and I don't want to do that again. But anyway, let's take a little drive. Join me. Shall you? So originally I was going to head over to a local state park, Island Lake, and film there. They have a pond over in that area, several areas that are great for filming. I've filmed videos there in the past and was going to head there. However, I am a little bit short on time. I have to be somewhere in about an hour, and this is much closer to where I'm at currently and where I have to be in an hour. So we're going to head over to Thompson Lake. All right, now I like to enter in to the area here through Lakeview Cemetery. There are two ways to get in. You can go through Lakeview Cemetery or you can go through the park. The park, however, does ask you for either a pass, a park pass, or to pay them $15, which is incredibly overpriced for what it is. And I do get a park pass because I live close enough in this town to get that for free. However, it is quite a hassle to get over there and to be there at the right time and get your pass. It looks like a lot of people had the same idea today because there are a lot of cars over here around the circle. A lot of people come over here and fish. A lot of people just come over here and hang out. And I'm here to park and walk along the trail between the cemetery and the park and talk to you guys. It is a bit windy today. You can see it on the water. Rippling quite a bit, and hopefully my mic is not picking up a lot of noise. I do have the windscreen on it, so hopefully we're not getting a lot of that, and I'm also kind of standing with my back towards the wind. I don't know how well that's going to work for the entire video. There's also a bench here. Reminds me of Adam's bench, right? Kinda. Place he came up with that name, Adam the Woo. I've got a memorial plaque here. Reminds me also of the memorial plaque that they put and dedicated on that park bench in Celebration. Now, as I mentioned, we have been below freezing for a long time. We've had a few days above the past 2 weeks. A lot of rain, but this is the first day that it hit 70 degrees, and it looks like, if I zoom in a little bit, maybe you can see, it looks like there's still a chunk of ice out there on the water that has not melted. See lots of swans over in the background there. All right, guys, looks like we finally got a little bit of a clear path, and just next to me, it's kind of a hill from the cemetery. So I'm thinking maybe the wind won't be too bad this way. We'll see. So what did you guys think of the Celebration of Life yesterday? I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was not only like a good tribute, but also very well done. The speakers were excellent. Some of them that really kind of caught my attention. Tim the Tracker did a great job. It really described his relationship with Adam. I thought they did, they had a unique kind of relationship when they got together, and they just seemed like best friends when they were doing videos. I remember watching several of the times they would go to carnivals, the Strawberry Festival in Florida, and just have a blast. And yeah, that kind of reminds me a lot of, you know, when he was talking about them and when they got together. It was exactly how it was on video. If you haven't watched those, you can always go back and watch them. They both did the same video. So Tim Tracker or Adam the Woo, go check out their channel. And guys, if you don't know who I'm talking about, you don't know Adam the Woo, go look him up. I mean, the guy started with nothing, started living out of his van, and, you know, the last year of his life before he suddenly passed, He was going out and doing all kinds of international trips. You name it, he was there. He saw the Matterhorn in person in Switzerland, saw the Leaning Tower of Pisa. He could look out his bedroom window and see it. Amazing. So much of this cemetery is actually built on different hills here. You can see they've got some burial points up there, up here as well. And then there's also this. There's a couple of unique spots like this one here. Kind of a unique place for a burial. Yeah, I think you guys can see better that area that I said is, looks like it's still frozen or slushy, kind of right there in the middle. You can see it. Of course, Tom Wilson just killed it. He was incredible. Came out, started off with the Somewhere Over the Rainbow ukulele thing. I thought, really, is this what he's doing? That guy's awesome. He's really funny. Good, lighthearted way to break into things, and then the way he finished off was just excellent. Really good. I don't know if you guys noticed, but as he was giving his speech, this was really, really neat. As he was giving his speech, there was a butterfly kind of flying around him. And they say when that happens, that's kind of like, it's a spiritual thing, you know, like telling you that somebody's there with you. I don't know if that's true or not, but it was still really cool. And of course, Adam's dad, Jim, who I've been watching quite a bit lately, I gotta admit. He's older, so he's not the greatest vlogger, but he reminds me a lot of Adam, and he's got some great stories to tell, and he's a really nice guy. So I enjoy his stuff. The things he had to say about Adam were perfect, and it kind of just nicely wrapped everything up. And while he was speaking, there was also another butterfly. And one more thing. Did you guys hear the crows? Did you hear them? Go back and watch it. You can hear crows as he's speaking. And as Adam would say, Hitchcock would be proud. All right, so this area is where it transitions over to the park. And hey, look at this. There's a bench over here that's got a plaque on it. Look at that. You know, I think one of the sad things about all this amazing stuff that's happened since he's passed is that he can't see it. I'm sure he would just be like floored. I mean, who would think all that would happen, that people would put your name on a bench, that you'd have a big celebration of life in an amphitheater in California? I mean, crazy, right? Quite a few people out today, just out here walking, a few people jogging. It is a beautiful day to be doing this. So this is the park here. We do have some pavilions and a playground, and another playground up here. A couple more pavilions up there as well. And then there's a big field, so I think we're gonna head up there. Up at the top, they've got some playground equipment up here. I remember my daughter when she was younger, I tested out my GoPro. I put it on a head strap and I had her go down all the slides and climb around and just have a blast. And it made for some fun footage. Looking down from the top over here, you can see they've got a beach area, and they've got a volleyball net over there. Some smaller pavilions with some benches underneath them. And it looks like there's a swimming platform that has been beached. I don't remember seeing that in the past. That may be new in the last 2-3 years. I don't come to this park too often. Usually it's in the off season, and it's for stuff like this to film. It's a great place to walk around. But in the summertime, it gets a little bit busy, and unfortunately, this is a man-made lake, so it does get filled up with E. coli, and that's not something I'd like to swim in. So I kind of avoid it in the summertime, unfortunately. Got a bench here. I think I'll take a seat and talk to you guys a little bit. So yeah, all the video segments that they put into Adam's Celebration of Life, I just thought some of them were amazing. Just the things that people had to say. Everybody had a little something. All of his friends got to say something. And it made for a really great day to celebrate Adam the Woo. Well, guys, I want to tell you a little bit about what's been going on with my channel lately. You may or may not have seen that I put out some videos last month. Not a lot, and here's why. I believe it was the beginning of February. I put out a video of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland. We had a great time there. It was, you know, whether you like the place or not, there is a ton of amazing memorabilia in there. Just different things that you'll never see anywhere else, from different musicians, rock stars, country stars, you know, hip hop, pop, everything. It's not just one genre. There's even they had a Saturday Night Live display going on when we were in there. And then at the very top, the exhibit at the very top of the building was dedicated to John Bon Jovi for a few months. I guess they change it every couple of months and do something different, but that's what it was when we were there. Now, I put a lot of work into that video. Being that it's all music-based, you can imagine every single song is a copyright strike. And it took a lot of editing to get that cleaned up. I think I spent probably about 6 hours cleaning up a video that lasted an hour. Just going through little bits and pieces and going, oh, nope, I can still hear it. It's going to get me a strike. It took a lot of work. I got it done. I put it out. I even paid for an ad for that video because February is kind of a slow month. I paid for an ad for that video. And I got 230 some views. I don't know what the heck is going on with YouTube, but I kind of feel like they're not promoting certain people anymore. And I don't know why. I've had videos that have hit 50,000 views. I think one of my highest ones is almost at 60,000. It's a water park, of course. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense that one video would get 230 some views and another one can get 60,000. I get viral, I understand how that works, but my average was much higher than 230 just a few months back. You know, we were talking at least anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 views per video, and then all of a sudden I'm at 200. I don't know if it's the time of the year. That doesn't make sense to me, but something's not right. I mean, I put an ad out. I paid for an ad to advertise that video and got 200 and some views. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, it's just, I'll tell you what, it didn't inspire any confidence for me to continue putting out videos in February, especially as cold as it was. So here we are, it's warming up. It's time to get back to videos. I'm gonna start doing that, beginning with this one. We got another one coming next week, and I've been charting out things to do for the season. Now, one of the things that we are going to be doing a lot of this year is theme parks. We have a all-park pass for Six Flags, and that includes Cedar Point, Kings Island, you know, the places we've been in the past. But it also includes all the other parks, and there's a few that are going to be dropping off the Six Flags radar very soon. I believe at the end of this season, they said it's going to be a few months, but the end of the season, we're going to lose Michigan's Adventure, Six Flags St. Louis, and a bunch of others are going to be taken over by a different company. This is also an important year because it's America's 250th birthday, basically. And I want to celebrate that in some way and show you guys some cool stuff there. Originally, I had planned to go to South Dakota to see the fireworks at Mount Rushmore. That fell through. That's not going to happen. Unfortunately, it's just too difficult for us to get out there that time of year. We would need to take off quite a bit of time from our regular jobs, so it's not going to happen. But I'm going to try and find something exciting and fun to do. We are going to do something else that's going on this year, and that is Route 66 turns 100 this year. We were on that just recently. I'm going to put out some shorts very soon of Route 66, and we're going to go back and try and hit some places we didn't hit. Now, I won't be able to go all the way through the end of Route 66. Again, it's a time thing. Most of my vacation time this year is going to be during the week. I do work on weekends, so it makes it very difficult to get out there and film that stuff. Now, I'm thinking with the all-park pass that we have for the theme parks, and St. Louis being one of the parks I would like to hit, maybe we could take that route down to St. Louis, hit Six Flags St. Louis, and then head over and hit some other parks along the way too. Obviously not doing the entire Route 66, but definitely want to get a little bit of it in. In addition to all of that, I have a trip that may or may not happen. I'm still waiting. I won't know for about another week or so. I may or may not be going to Washington, D.C. My daughter has a class trip there, and I'm on a waiting list to be one of the chaperones. So I don't know if that's going to happen or not. If it does happen, I'm going to take you guys along, show you some of the sites. Obviously not every single thing. And we're on a strict itinerary, so I can't go to everything I would like to go to. But what we do go to, I will show you guys and take you along with me. Well, I do need to be heading back to the car. It took about a half-mile walk away from the car down to the park. But I need to head back to the car because I have to get headed out soon to run some errands. But before I do, I think I'm going to run past the area in the cemetery that has some really old grave markers. I've shown it before, but let's see how it handled the past winter. Hopefully everything's holding up, and we'll take a look at that in just a moment. Another smaller pavilion here. And then over this way, got another playground area. And plenty of benches as well. So just a little ways from this area of the playground, right over here is the oldest area of the cemetery. And looks like most of them are still upright. That's good. A couple of them are leaning. Hopefully they can fix that. It's hard to read these. A lot of them are kind of washed away. Yeah, I would say most of them have been kind of fallen apart, not maintained, abused. Something like this is a lot bigger, and it holds up a little bit better. I don't see a date on that one. And this one here, this was Elizabeth, and I can't quite make out the date on there. Again, these are pretty well worn. Another one here. Yeah, and the rest of these are pretty bad shape, really. I can't quite make that date out, but I think it says 18 something. Yeah, they're in bad shape. These used to be better maintained, and unfortunately, I think because of its close proximity to the park and the playground, I think a lot of it's been abused. This is the place we walked down earlier. I continued straight across this direction to go into the park. We are going to continue back down this way where we came from as we go around the curve here. Going back one more time to ATW Celebration of Life, they ended with something I thought was very interesting. The day after Adam passed, my first thought was, instead of Adam's normal outro, I posted something, and it's very similar to what they said. So I'm going to end today with that. So guys, if you're inspired by this video, inspired by Adam the Woo, or have been inspired to pick up a camera, get out there and go film your adventures and live life and share them with others, that's going to do it for today. but the vlog is never over.